Connecting. It's a happening. Hey, gorgeous.
Hi,
How are you today?
I am today.
You are. I love it. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. So, welcome, guys. Welcome to Elegant Conversation with Jacqueline Valdez. My name is Jacqueline. So, I am so excited for today's guest. We have Miss Vita Devoid. She is a burlesque queen. She is a makeup artist. She is an entertainer, and you are just quite a talented lady.
Thank you.
Yes,
Now I have to
yes.
live up to all that.
So, how is your day going? You're just kind of chilling with everything going on with quarantine and with life.
Yeah, actually, I've been working a lot.
Uh-huh.
Since my venues have all closed, I've just been doing a lot of online podcasts and mentoring
Nice.
upcoming performers. Now that people have kind of a break to pursue the things that they've
Yes.
always wanted to, I'm coaching people.
Very cool.
You know what? I've been teaching myself a lot of photography stuff. I was actually a photography student, so now it's
Okay.
like helpful that I'm kind of getting lighting and backdrops and
Behind the
editing and
scenes.
things. Yeah, just kind of figuring out how to make an online job work.
Yes.
So
Yeah, because I know right now, the whole way the shift of the world is now, things are kind of pivoting to a new turn, and now it's going really towards social media.
it is, yeah, everything is social media based, and it isn't helpful that I keep getting banned from conservative Facebook.
I
So
know, that's so crazy. It just shocks me why some people get banned when there is stuff on Instagram and social media that is just completely inappropriate.
oh,
Animal
straight up
cruelty.
pornographic.
Yes, it's just animal cruelty, and then it's like you report that, and that doesn't even,
Nothing happens.
yeah, nothing happens.
Yeah, I got a 30-day ban from Facebook
Wow.
and Facebook Messenger. I couldn't even respond to messages because
Yeah.
I told a white supremacist that they were a white supremacist.
Gosh.
It wasn't even for anything obscene or any
Yeah.
nudity or threats or
Wow.
violence or anything. It was just, hey, you sound like a white supremacist. Maybe
Wow.
you should shut up. And I was banned. Luckily, I still had Instagram so I could communicate with people.
Yeah.
But it's only because I think the only reason that I haven't been banned from Instagram is that I changed the gender on my account to male and I'm flagged way less.
Okay, that's very interesting that you say that because I have other people that have done the same exact thing and they have
hmm
stated that they have not gotten notifications or flags since they did that either. So that's
I
really
haven't at
interesting.
all. Instagram is like
Wow.
completely safe for me now. So it's like, oh,
Wow. That kind of says something.
that is, yeah, it's a little weird. Still a man's world, I guess. I don't know.
Wow, wow. Yeah, so as far as like the entertainment industries, because you did a lot of entertaining in the evening and you did a
hmm
lot of burlesque shows, you also do some firework,
I
right?
do.
Yeah, exciting. You have so many things to do, so many questions. And that has gotten discontinued because of everything. But are
hmm
people still reaching out and saying, hey, I want to learn how to get into the nightlife, especially once we're out of quarantine? How do we even get our foot in the door?
Yeah, and it's interesting because it's all facets of nightlife.
Okay.
I'm a nightlife producer, so I mean, I know the ins and outs of how a show is put together. So if that's something people have an interest in, I'm happy to help with that. Or if they just want to learn how to be a performer,
Wow.
there's a ton of resources online too for that. It's not just me. I mean,
Yeah.
when I was coming up in it, it was before the age of like YouTube, and there weren't really any shows to like check out to learn, what it was. I had to kind of do it organically. So my struggle was like from the ground up. So I get
Nice.
to help people skip those steps
Yeah,
and
because
just
there
kind
is
of
a lot
dive
of
right in.
steps. There's a
A
lot that it
lot.
takes.
And
I,
if,
yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry.
What were you saying?
If you don't have an in, like you don't know people that are already involved with it, you're going to have a really difficult time jumping in.
Yeah. That's so true. I
Mhm.
also have a dance studio and I do pole dancing. And then I also have put on some entertainment groups too. And it's so much work from the venue to the entertainers to the
Mhm.
lighting to the music to the audience and to the marketing.
It's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So that's so exciting that you help people mentor them and guide them into the right direction.
Have a good time with it. And,
Yeah.
anytime you teach someone else, you're also learning.
Yes.
So
That's so
that's
true.
nice.
That's such an incredible point that you made, because I feel like you're always learning. And I feel like the more you teach and mentor and inspire others, you also learn along the way too.
I do. And there are so many people coming up in this business that have been sitting on the idea of doing it, and they
Yeah.
have such great ideas. And it's like, you know what? I wish I'd have thought of that. That's
Yeah.
clever. So, I mean, even people that have never stepped foot on a stage, I'm still learning cool things from them. So it's fun. It's good. It's beneficial for everybody.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. So what talents do you do? You do fan dancing, you do chair dancing.
Yeah, I've done a little bit of chair stuff. I just
Uh,
kind of feel like chair routines are a little stereotypical of a burlesque show. Everybody does one. It's like
yeah.
everybody dances to Santa Baby and Christmas shows. It's like,
Yes.
I'm not gonna stay away from stuff that's like incredibly
Yeah.
stereotypically done. Like there's 9,000 girls doing that. I
Yeah.
I try to do different stuff. Most of my work in the last 10 years has been more in the horror genre
Okay.
or in character impersonations and tribute acts. So I do a lot of the classic stuff. Like I can kind of hang with like the feather fan stuff and
Right.
like the classic carny hoochie coochie dancing
Right.
and the vintage looks and like this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But I really most of what I do now is like Lucille Ball impersonation and tribute acts of like David
Fun.
Bowie and different like movie characters and
Yeah.
gory, bloody, weird stuff. But yeah, aside from the burlesque stuff, it's also a lot of sideshow goes into what I do.
Yeah.
So it's
I
a
love it.
lot of
And
work.
I love that you're creating your own path, and that you're
Yeah.
doing something different and unique and something that's really entertaining. You're putting a whole story to it. You're having a whole character to it. So it's really magical.
Yeah, it's fun. It's nice to have at least a theme in
Yeah.
mind when I'm doing something like, oh, today I was inspired by Betty Page. I was listening to murder podcasts about her.
Nice.
And then I don't know, a couple of days ago I was Marilyn Monroe. I was in a
Yeah.
mood and I was like, I think I'm gonna do some like Vargas style Playboy stuff.
I
So
love it.
yeah, it's just just little things here and there, and I've
Yeah.
collected enough things over the last 20 years that I can pull something together
Yeah.
completely random. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And I feel like it just makes you so creative, and it makes you really think outside the box too.
I like to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is nice. What is your favorite character that you've done?
Oh, Lucille Ball.
Okay, that would be fun.
Yeah, that seems like it's my most requested performance is Lucille Ball. I have a Vita Vegemin act that I've been performing for like 15-ish years now, and it's taken me all over the country, and
Yeah.
it's a really fun one to do. Like I've built a little Vita Vegemin table with a little
Uh-huh.
sign, and the bottle is a Jaeger bottle.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty funny. I don't know. I
Yeah.
enjoy being her. Lucy makes everybody happy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't
And I
be
feel like,
upset at Lucy.
yeah, I feel like that's needed now is, entertainment and just, something creative and something funny. And then something also gory is,
Hmm.
makes people think and is entertainment. We need it now, especially with quarantine and with the craziness that's going on.
Everybody is just so bored. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, the only thing that's been keeping me sane is playing hours and hours of Animal Crossing.
Nice. I feel you. I totally
Yeah, I was
understand.
actually cleaning out my island a little bit earlier. Like,
Nice.
it's all I have right now.
I'm so glad you're on the show today. It's such an
Thank you for
honor.
having me.
Yes, yes, yes. So then as far as like sex workers and stuff in the industry too.
Yeah, it's interesting because so many burlesque performers are sex workers
Yeah.
online or in person. That's kind of a thing, and it doesn't always mean like, oh, they're a prostitute. Like, no one's ever paid me for sex. I'm not good enough at it. Um, it's like, you want to date me? Shit. So most of my work is online, and it's just portraits, self-portraits. I do have an OnlyFans, and it's all nostalgic, noir, and burlesque inspired work. So it's all like very stylistic, and it's professionally staged. And all of my set dressing work and photography education goes into creating what I create there. So it's a little different. It's not just like, here's a selfie of my ass.
Yeah.
There's a few of those just for
It's
fun.
more artsy. RC boots.
It's a sprinkling of that, but you know, it's mostly just a gallery for my uncensored fine art nudes to go. So
Nice.
that's where I'm earning everything right now, and it's been really great to have that outlet. There's
Yeah.
been a couple of hiccups with that website, I think, but it's one of the safest places to share work, especially if you're a nude model or if you're a
Okay.
burlesque performer and you want to share like, oh my God, I took these beautiful costume photos,
Yeah.
but my whole costume is see-through. If I share that online, I'm going to get like banned.
Yeah.
So it's like,
We're
it's nice
just,
to have a safe spot for that. Yeah. And a lot of the people that I work with here in Hollywood, they're big campaign people for like the Slut Walk, which is like a sex workers' rights kind of picket. And it's a huge deal for us. And it's just like this is a legitimate way to earn a living. We can do this
yeah.
until we're ancient and old ladies, and we can
Still,
still, there's something
still
for
right.
everybody. There's always an interest in things that are a little bit of a deviant
Yeah.
interest, you know.
That's true. Yeah. And
Yeah,
have you felt like the OnlyFans and like the sex industry has changed with
definitely.
during quarantine?
Yeah, I think that a lot more people that used to joke about doing it are
Yeah.
doing it now, and they're actually thriving, and they're kind of
Yeah.
opening their eyes to the reality of what it is, that it is a lot of work. Like I am constantly shooting things, I'm constantly
Yeah.
communicating with my following, I'm constantly answering mail, and it's like
It's a
it
lot of
is
work.
work. I mean, and it's not only like I'm just sexy on the internet. It's a lot of it is actually very therapeutic, and it's a bonding with people that
Nice.
we do. Like the first time I ever had any interaction was with this elderly fellow. Apparently,
Uh-huh.
I looked just like his wife who had passed away,
Oh,
and he just wanted companionship. He's in his winter years.
I love that.
And he was just very sweet. And he goes, "Can I just send you like some pretty dresses? Can you just take some pictures in them or do like a Skype date
Oh,
with me over dinner?" And it was just so sweet.
yeah.
He wasn't dirty. He was just lonely. And it's like I felt really good because he was just so happy.
Yeah.
So people are kind of learning that there is a whole dynamic to that where we're actually fulfilling people in a way that the average person doesn't really think about. They just think it's nasty stuff. And it
Yeah.
really, that's maybe 10% of my work is like the kinky stuff.
Yeah.
It's just me talking shit on the internet. That's nothing really serious at all. It's just being funny and like telling dick jokes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the atmosphere has definitely changed. I think
Wow.
the stigma's lifting with it a little bit. Usually, maybe like a year ago, before all of this,
Uh-huh.
the general idea was like, "Oh, you're filthy. This is degrading and it's awful. And what are your kids gonna think? And like, what if your mom finds out?" And it's like,
Yeah.
my mom sends me gowns to wear,
So
so
you know.
I'm pretty sure I'm okay. And at my age, I'm almost 40. So, like, I'm doing okay. I think I've got a couple more years in me
Oh
before I
yeah.
want to invest what I've earned into college and do the smart girl thing. But I'm going to use my body while I have it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah. And I feel like what you said, I talked with another person a couple days ago, and she was saying how much work it takes to. And it's not like you just, okay, pose for a pretty picture and that's it. It's so much
Mm-mm.
detail to getting the picture to look perfect, to do the pose to be perfect, to share the content, and then to actually, like you said, have that relationship with the people.
You
And
really do
yeah,
have to communicate. It's exhausting. There are days when I'm
yeah,
on messages with people and it's like they're having a really rough time and they're
yeah,
in bad health and it's just their life is so tragic and it's my job to like cheer them up and like give them something to look forward to, take their
yeah,
mind off of it. Like, hey, here's this funny thing I did today. Let me tell you about it.
yeah.
Then like by the time I'm done with, my messages with these people, I'm so drained and it's like, God, everyone is so upset today. Like,
Yeah.
it's draining, but I mean, if you take a day off from this and you don't share anything, you don't shoot anything, like you're gonna lose a lot of your patrons. You're gonna lose a lot of
Yeah.
your money. You're gonna see your numbers dwindle. You have to really stay on top of it. It's not just here's a picture of my foot and I'm gonna make $1 million. It's
Yeah.
like, I mean,
It's
even
like,
if we're talking OnlyFans, it shows you your stats and like how you're doing, and it gives you
oh,
fundraising goals. Like it's very well managed financially.
wow.
So taking a day off is detrimental.
Yeah.
Like you just start to tank
You
and it's
shoot
like, hey,
out.
your interactions are you need to like get out there more.
Wow.
And yeah, it's rough. And like I have to make announcements like, guys, I'm not feeling this today. I got to take a day off. Like enjoy your day. Here's some YouTube content. Go watch me do burlesque shows from 10 years ago when I was young and cute
You're still
before
young.
gravity.
Fabulous. Yeah, it's true though. I love all these tips because there's so many people that reached out to me when I had posted that I was going to be interviewing you today. that
Oh.
were asking, these questions that we're actually covering, like, the different avenues, the different topics, what it entails. And this is such great insight on it. So I love that.
Yeah, and like if you're going to do any kind of like Patreon or any of these other websites that are money generators, basically it's just free website hosting. I mean, there's yoga teachers that are doing great work and like mechanics that are teaching people how to work on cars and the artists that are teaching you how to paint. Like it's not just for like naked women on the internet, you know. There's a lot going on and it's a great way to make some extra cash. If you do have an interest in doing like the nasty stuff, I actually have an article that I wrote and it's tips for people that I just email out when I see girls or guys like kind of questioning, like, should I do this? And it's like, here's everything you need to consider.
Oh, I love it.
Things to look out for. Here's how you register. Here's how you get started. And here's studio tips. Like, this is how you light yourself. This is how you create your set. This is how you get your makeup on. Like,
nice.
It's a big, just helpful thing. So if you have anyone that is interested in getting into that, let me know and I can email my little journalist piece. It's really, there's a lot of insight on it.
Yeah, sounds good. Excited. So the makeup, you do different makeup. How long have you been involved in the makeup industry? Industry?
That started in high school. So I was in marching band and color guard. So it's very theatrical makeup you have to do, and it's basically dance team. And because you're, Ryan Scott, just don't get Facebook banned again. Right? He's a friend of mine, and he's seen me get banned. I've had like 4 30-day bans in the last season. Yeah, it's bad. For mouthing off. I get really opinionated about people being dicks. I know, right? But the makeup stuff, it started because I had to design makeup for my performance cast. And then I got into theatrical classes in school, and we had to learn how to do character looks and stage makeup, old people makeup, and character looks. And we had to turn people into like rock stars, and I just kind of got into it that way and then just kept doing it. So I went into it professionally around 2004. I was doing like go-go dancers and working in the drag world, so I was always putting makeup on backup dancers for drag queens. And
wow, very cool.
I learned a lot of it from drag queens.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you learn a lot from drag queens?
A lot of it came from drag queens, but they're just so clever and creative, and you learn some very good tips from them. So
that's true. I used to work when I was younger at Glamour Shots in the mall.
Oh.
And the drag queens would always do my makeup, and they would always like fashion me up and stuff, and we would have so much fun. And they would.
You need more diamonds. We gotta put diamonds on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Feathers, diamonds, everything. Fixing my eyebrows.
We need more hairspray.
Yes.
You need to zhuzh.
Yes. Bigger.
So. Yeah, and then in the last few years, it moved into television. I was doing makeup for commercials and news anchors. I was working for Fox News, unfortunately, but it was like a quick hour or two just to get the news guys kind of powdered and bronzed and looking perfect and their brows groomed, and it was nice. It was easy, and everyone that works in broadcasting is really cool.
Yeah.
So I had a blast.
Stuff along the journey, along the way.
Yeah, I did. I learned that men who golf really need to moisturize.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I had so many sunburned, peeling dudes like, hey, fix this. And it's like, I need a Brillo pad to scrape all this off of you.
Right. Well, your skin is so gorgeous. It's flawless.
Thank you. This is a lot of makeup.
I feel you. Yeah. Is there anything special you do to keep yourself looking young and vibrant?
I invested in a lot of Chanel skincare.
Did you?
It's all Chanel skincare. I don't spend money on makeup. Everything I do with the actual pigment and product that I use, it's just either like CVS stuff. I use a lot of NYX cosmetics. Okay. But you really need to take care of your skin first. Otherwise, you're putting expensive paint on a crappy canvas. So
I love that.
Try to figure out like at least a moisturizer every single day. I mean, I live in California. This is a desert, and I grew up in Florida where you're always greasy and sweaty, and coming out here, it's like I have to completely scrub my face every single day like I'm shedding lizard skin. So yeah, it's a lot of sheet masks and a lot of moisturizer. Mario Badescu, who has a really great skincare line that I love.
Uh-huh.
And Chanel has a couple of different things that I like. They have one called La Weekend, and it's just like it's a nighttime and daily moisturizer. And it smells kind of weird, but it makes my
But it
skin
works.
just, yeah, it does great stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, nice. I'm gonna take your tips because I'm in my 40s, and so I'm like now noticing that, ooh, I think I should start using skincare and
I get
moisturizing.
I
And
get the
my
little crepey skin under my eyes, and like all of this gets really cracky now. So it's like it's starting to set in for me too, and it's like,
yeah,
crap, that wasn't there last night. I better put some spackle
yeah,
on and like
yeah.
get the light at the better angle so I don't look so sunken in. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. I was trying to
Hmm.
play with the lights today earlier, and I'm just having one of those days too. So I was like, oh,
Yeah, I have like my little mirror, but right here anyway. So it's like, ugh.
you get
Yeah.
the tips, guys. These are the behind the scenes.
Uh,
Now you know.
Scrub your face. Even if your skin is oily, put some moisturizer on. It's
Yeah,
really, really, it's smart. Even my rugged dudes out there have started to kind of pay attention to what I do. Like
nice.
if I have a date, they're like, "What do you do?"
Yeah.
And it's like, "Here, I have this little sample.
Nice. Here
Please
you
go invest
go.
in your face."
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, J Rex said spackle. Love it.
Cratered spackle. Yeah. Yeah. I can't wear my hair up off my face. I have chickenpox scars all around my face.
Oh wow.
So I try to keep my hair down to hide it. So when I hear that my skin looks good, it's like I
Yes.
have fooled you.
It
I
looks
fooled you.
flawless, girl. Flawless. I love it. So what things
Thank
do
you.
you have coming up for you in the future?
So I have a lot of online shows coming up. It's Halloween
Oh,
season.
yes.
So that's like peak season for I have like a list.
Oh,
It's peak
exciting.
season for performing artists, and especially with all the weird stuff that I do, it's kind of in season,
I
I
love it.
guess.
It's perfect time.
Yeah. So actually coming back to Florida soon. I'm going to be working for Cocktails and Screams in Orlando, Florida. We've got a couple of shows there. Super limited tickets. I think they're actually all sold out, so I haven't really been able to promote them because I
Wow.
don't want people to get upset.
Yeah.
But let me see. So I've got this with you today.
Yay.
And then October 8th, I am performing in an online show called Halloween Harlot Night, and it's a tribute to classic Halloween haunts.
Ooh,
So you can get some tickets for that. It's going to be on Crowdcast, and you can get tickets at hhnburlesque.com. That one's going to be really fun.
nice.
October 23rd, I'm going to be assisting a freak show in person at Cocktails and Screams Orlando.
Ooh,
October 28th and October 30th will be the Tim Burton Ball and the Vampire Ball at Cocktails and Screams. Those are both in-person shows. And then online on October 30th, I'm triple booked that day.
oh my gosh,
I'm
so
also
sweet.
performing and emceeing in a production online on Crowdcast called Devil's Night Dreams. And it's
Ooh,
a spectacularly weird review. It's run by Purple Nightshade Productions, and it's going to be gross and beautiful
nice.
and amazing. And I'm
All at the
emceeing
same time.
it. And yeah, I'm like pre-recording a lot of emceeing bits. So I'll be changing my character almost
Okay.
every time I'm on screen. So that'll be really, really fun.
Wow, exciting.
Yeah, they actually requested one of my favorite body makeup. Speaking of makeup, I do body painting.
Okay, very
And
cool.
I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen Attack on Titan. So it's this
No.
horror anime, and it's devastatingly tragic. But there's these gigantic beings. They're sort of people,
Uh-huh.
but they're like enormous, gigantic Titan, inside out, skinless cannibals.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's basically like it looks like an anatomical muscle model,
Ooh,
but they just like tear through cities and eat people.
okay.
It's gross. It's so gross. So I'm performing as one of those, and I'm going to be like crunching on little candy people and spitting
Oh my,
guts out, and like I'm
that's
not going to
gonna be
have any
fun.
skin, and it's nasty. It's like
Yeah.
it's gooey.
It
Yeah.
sounds like it's gonna
So
be fun though.
yeah, and it's fun because if I do all this glamorous pretty girl stuff, it's like, man, I just want to like rip my skin off
Yeah, you just want to get
one day.
naked and do
I
something.
just want to be disgusting. Can I just be a monster?
I love it. It's so much more fun to be, a monster.
It is, and it's creepy, and then it's like, but you're such a nice looking girl. Why do you do this? It's like because you just asked that. That's why I do this.
Because why
I
not?
want I want to be grotesque.
I love it. And I love that you can do different personalities, different characters, and you show that you don't have to be always on point pretty to
Nope,
be
you
glamorous.
don't at all.
Yeah. I love that you're going outside the box and making people think that like horror and disgusting is sexy.
Yeah, there's one of my favorite performers is up in Chicago, and it's
Uh-huh.
Red Rum. And her tagline is the Lon Chaney of burlesque.
Nice.
She doesn't do the pretty girl thing. I think like
Yeah.
the closest to pretty girl she gets is Ghostbusters, the woman at the end of Ghostbusters. It's like all bubbly
Oh
and kind of
yeah.
weird. It's not Gozer the Gozerian or something, or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's still like it's weird and it's fantasy, but it's still very much horror. But she does these catacomb saints, and everything is skeletal and gross and weird. She did a Skeksis from
Uh-huh.
the Dark Crystal. She did Chamberlain, and it was just incredible to see
Wow.
it. Just beautiful. She did Red Death.
Wow.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just so creative, and I love
Mhm.
seeing all the different techniques and styles and just how disgusting you can get and how creative you can get because there's
Mhm.
just so much out there. It's just so
Yeah,
much,
and it's always fun if someone's first time seeing you is as a disgusting monster, and then they see you like your glamour photos, and it's like there is no way that's the same person.
yeah,
And it's like
it is. Yeah, yeah. It's art.
it's art, and you're welcome.
And you're welcome, definitely. Exciting. Yeah. So we have so many ways to see you, hopefully, in Orlando and online and all that good stuff, too. Was there anything else that you wanted to tell the viewers?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit.
Was there anything else that you wanted to tell the viewers?
Stay weird.
I love it.
Stay weird. Be weird. Be as weird as you can. Yeah.
Go weird. Be
Go
weird.
be weird. Don't do the same. Don't hold yourself to any standard. Don't try to replicate, what your peers are doing, or don't compare yourself to what other people are doing. You should focus on yourself. The only person you should ever compete with is you.
I
Your,
love
your
that.
last piece, your last creative piece.
I love that. And I feel like the most creative artists and the most impressionable artists and musicians, athletes, makeup artists, whatever it may be, when you step outside the box and you embrace your weirdness, you shine.
Yeah, definitely. Stick out like a sore thumb, always.
Yeah, I love it.
Turn heads wherever you can.
I love it. Yeah, I remember
Mhm.
being so scared to be weird when I was younger, and then always being like the weird one in my class. And then as I've gotten older, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm weird. I'm weird in my own way.
There you go. Embrace the weird. Be a little weirdo.
I love it. What is it that you want to be remembered for?
Ooh, oh God. Probably being able to turn being a freak into a career. Yeah, I wasn't like bullied much for it, but I
Uh-huh.
feel like I would like to be remembered by people, I don't know, maybe taking after the whole like do your own thing and be the little weirdo that you are. Like
Yeah,
don't be afraid to be that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're a huge inspiration, and you're definitely showing that and embracing your weirdness and being sexy and strong and empowering all at once.
Thank you.
You're
Oh, I'm gonna
welcome.
feel so good all day now.
You're welcome, love. It has been such a pleasure. Thank you guys for tuning
Likewise.
in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.